What up, y'all? It's Jenna Vowels, and we back at it again. Oh my God, it's been so long. It's been so long. But we back. I am your host, Iron Letter, and back again with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, TJ.
Yo, what's up, guys?
So we're back with episode 7 now. It's been too long since we've done something, hasn't it?
Yeah, some personal issues.
We've all had some personal stuff going on. Unfortunately, me and TJ haven't been able to, connect as much because I've been out, due to injury. I'll talk about that later. And, we no longer work at the same location, so it's been harder for us to, meet up and stuff. But we're going to try and figure a couple things out so we can get these going more often. But hopefully in the next, 2 weeks, I think? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be at Anime North.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing some recording down there. I'll be having a spot down at Anime North, so we're going to be able to meet up and do a couple recordings, and hopefully we'll, get a couple guests to come through and do some stuff with us.
Especially you cosplay ladies out there, Especially you black people, too.
Yeah.
Got you.
Anybody who's big up in the cosplay industry or big up in anime, we'd love to have you guys come through. Even, artists that are doing their own mangas and stuff, we'd love to have you guys come through.
Yeah.
And, just talk to us. But we will be there on site doing our thing. So we'll try and holler at anybody who's interested and wants to get involved.
Speaking about that, you need to get some business cards, man.
Yeah, we will be, putting together some business cards to be handing out. We're going to be putting up a new Facebook page. I know I have this little page on Facebook right now, but it's not really the where I want it to be, what I want it to look like. So we're going to be actually building an actual Facebook page where we'll be putting up all of our information, all of our podcasts, so you can see what's going on and, different things that we're doing out in the industry.
Yes, yes.
So today's episodes, it's gonna be like another free for all, seeing that we haven't been able to get everything together. So we're gonna be talking about a couple things. There's gonna be some set things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna be talking about can you actually have family at work? Not just people that you consider your family, but is there actually a family dynamic in the workplace? We're gonna be talking about a couple things about Endgame. I am a huge proprietor of Endgame. TJ thinks it sucks. So, there's a back and forth. There will be some arguments in this area, but, we're going to be talking about that. And for anybody who hasn't watched Endgame, spoilers ahead. And then again, we're going to be catching up, because we haven't seen each other in a long time. We haven't seen each other in a while. So we're just going to catch up on, what's been going on in each other's lives, where our heads are at, because, as time goes by, you evolve, you think about things differently. So, maybe some of our opinions on different topics that we talked about have changed. But yeah, we're going to catch up on a couple things. And then we're going to be talking about business, like different aspects of business, how to, for those who want to get more into business, different things about like how you think about it, how you put together your own business, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're going to be talking about self-growth, like how to, improve yourself as an individual. Because a lot of people you think you need to grow with somebody or have somebody in your life to make yourself better. But the first thing, you can't really love someone until you can love yourself. So you got to figure out what makes you a better person. And then we're going to talk about being a guest, like how to get yourself on the podcast with us. TJ has been doing some other things on his own, so he's had a couple people come through to do the podcast on his end because unfortunately I wasn't able to be there, which I will again explain to you later. But yeah, so we're going to, we'll just take it from there and see where things go. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
All right. So let's talk about family and work. We worked at a place. We worked together at a place that prides itself on being family. We're all family. But
I was waiting for that.
But, we both have seen different things that makes the whole aspect of family, like saying of that you're a family, kind of makes it seem not. I don't want to say shady, but I want to say shady. It doesn't seem like
I'll
it makes
see.
sense. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it really is accurate. So the main aspect for me is like I just want to know, like, from your opinion, what really makes like, because you know it's different when you have like your family,
Yeah.
right? Because like honestly, with black, like, I think what people don't realize is that when black people hear, you know, we treat this business like family, there's a difference of how we look at what family is,
Yeah, 100%.
right? And it's not a matter of like we're saying that, yo, what you're saying is wrong, what you're saying is, you know, that don't make no sense. It's just a matter of like how we look at family and how other people may look at family is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want your opinion. I have mine, but I want to hear you.
They gotta have your back.
Yeah.
If you have any, I want to say, personal issues, let's say like a family member is sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go to your employer, like, yo, I don't really have the funds at the moment to help with my family, but do you mind just spreading the word around? Like, I need help. I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
because if your foundation is, we run this business like a family, so I'm coming to you as a family member, and you don't show that love, or even not even a handout, but not
Mm-hmm.
sending out the words that I told you, like somebody's sick. That's not a family, but
Mm-hmm.
yet somebody else could tell you the same thing, or yeah, I think it was the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about experience that I dealt at that job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll say it was like 2 days, or probably 3 days after I spoke up to a manager. Somebody did the same thing, but for that person, it was the next day they did a GoFundMe for him. So I was like, I didn't want to pull no race card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been here longer than. The way I looked at it, I was like, I've been here longer than everybody. So of course they'll have my back. I didn't want to make it in between a black or a white thing. I was like, it is what it is. But the same sickness that I told her about was the same sickness that this guy was dealing with his. I think it was his wife. Maybe that's why they didn't give me GoFundMe, because a wife compared to her brother in their eyes is more valuable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took it on the chin, let it be. But when you do them favors, they love you. But when you ask for a favor, you're the devil. If you work, let's say 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, you're the man. You know, you are the man. But when it comes to labor months and labor's high and you're still doing that, you're the devil. You're costing them money now, and you should be getting the F out of there. But on the flip side, let's just say you work your ass off for years and you do one slip up, they can you. It's not a family a mindset. A family has to work together. That's why I say it's kind of hard to be family with people that you work with. There's some exceptions, like you and I,
Mm-hmm.
and me and you with other people at that job. We still
Mm.
kick it. We consider them family, but with some, or should I say majority of them, it's a no-no. It is what it is. It's all about energy. A lot of these people have fake energy and fake intentions, and then when you're in a pickle, you see the true face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, cause like what you're saying, because I didn't I when you initially started what you were saying, I was like, but hold on, I've seen like, you know, I saw like different emails and stuff go out,
Yeah.
and stuff was saying like, oh, you know, this person's going through this and blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, well, you know, to me, I was like, okay, yeah, that is, you know, kind of family aspect, and then when you're giving me the breakdown from like on a different aspect, like from the flip side, it's like, yeah, that's kind of shady still. That's kind of shit.
Yeah, because like you said, there's been news or emails about other other employees' families and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever seen my name on that shit?
Nah.
Almost I would say the end of 2018 to the starting of 2019. It's been the hardest for me, yo, so far in my life. Been with death after death after death. Uh, Girlfriend broke up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I was going through some hard shit, you know, and I confided in the quote unquote HR department for help,
There ain't no HR.
and I didn't get no help, and nobody came to say, sorry for your loss and this and that, or we'll help you out or we'll give you time off. None of that stuff. Even when I told them like, yo, my work is not the same because I have a lot of stuff on my mind. And you know what they did? They fired me. So that's family, right? So it is what it is.
Well, it's family, like that. My feeling on the whole, like I've said my feelings. I said my feelings personally
Yeah.
between me and you. But it's like you know what? I'm gonna put this in a general statement. I feel, and I'm not gonna just like try and say on one place, because I've worked other places where they, when they say, like, they don't even say we're family, right?
Yeah.
They don't say that stuff. Actions speak louder than words. Because, like, I find that it's easier to be a family business, like a business that deals with that has a family aspect,
Yeah.
when it's like a smaller place, right? Like I've worked in like like tiny kitchens where it's just like literally 7 people that work there, and this isn't like 7 people all the time, but it's just like 7 people that work there. But it's like we all come together, we talk, we whatever, and it's like I felt like the outsider because I was the only black guy that worked there, right?
Yeah.
But they understood that there's certain things that how I look at things differently from how everybody else looks at things, right? And I didn't really have to go into any details or whatever, but they realized it's like, yo, we want to make this work, we want to make everybody feel comfortable, so everybody came together and just try to be family and work with things, and man's made that happen. And like even before I worked there, I worked at another place, shout outs to UFT faculty club, where when I walked in, they're just, okay, so this is how we work, this is how things are, whatever. And once people got to know me and got to know my personality, they were just like, hey, this is like my big brother, this is my little brother, blah blah blah. And we were, we fought, we had our arguments, we had our disagreements, but everybody just kept it within the family. We kept it within our, nobody ever took anything high up unless there was a serious issue that needed to go to the high ups.
Yeah,
but
100%.
we kept everything either within the kitchen or within the front and the back of house staff. We just kept it within our own team, but we all treat each other like we were like a group. We were all family. We all chilled out. Like after work, we would chill out, and that's what we would do. We just did it. It was just how we are. But I feel like in any business, when it gets too big, they forget that they forget how to deal with people as individuals, and forget that everybody has their feelings about things.
Yeah.
And it's cool, like, and I'm saying in every business, like once you incorporate your business, like if you have like you have a small restaurant, but then when you start making chains and then you start incorporating, you start to forget your family values, the values that you stand by, kind of goes to the wayside, because everybody's just thinking about, we gotta make sure we make money, we gotta make sure that this happens, we gotta make sure of that, and they start forgetting that the people that you hire underneath you are individuals, they're people, they need to be treated like they matter. And and when you start forgetting those things, you start forgetting that everybody they're all people, your family values start to go to the wayside and they start making no sense. And then it's a matter of like the way you treat visible minorities. Like we have a different way, and it's not a matter of like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not a matter of that you have to treat us differently, right? It's not, we don't want you to treat us differently. We just want you to understand that there's a different mentality on how, there's a different way that we look at things.
Yeah.
right? We look at things that are like when you say something, we take that seriously. So when you say we're family, we have family values. We have we have a standard that we go by and blah blah blah. We hear that, we take that as like facts. This is what we have to do. This is what has to be done, and this is how things are going to be going. And then when we work in that confines, because if you say, yo, if you do this, you do this, you do this, you'll get this success. We work within what you say. But if we do this and do this and do this, and we've been doing it for how long, and we don't see that success coming at the end, we just look at it as like, well, why am I bothering to put all this effort in? Because I'm not getting anything in return. I've been busting my ass. I've been killing myself. Like you're saying, like I've been working 7 days a week, 14 hours, and I'm getting treated like crap at the end of the day. But then somebody else who comes in is like working like, 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, and is getting praised like they're the Messiah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why am I busting my ass so hard? And then the problem for us is that the minute that we step back from how hard we're working, they notice it.
Oh, guaranteed.
They notice it. And it's automatically like, okay, well, I notice you're not working as hard as you normally do, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's funny how when I work so hard, I don't get any praise for the amount of work that I do, but the minute I take a step back, you're quick to say why am I not working so hard? What's going on? Are you okay? Something bothering you? Blah blah blah. Like,
idiot. It is, man. Like, they only value you when they need you. Like, when I say I made these people millions, I am making these people millions. That's it. Like, it's no hard feelings. Like, if I see them, I see them. It's not gonna be like no bittersweet or don't talk to me, don't touch me. Nah, that's childish. If I see you, what's up? Maybe shake your hand or give you like the brotherly hug and keep it moving. Like, we had nothing to discuss. We don't need to catch up. You got to. I think nowadays people don't value their decisions. Once you press that button, there's no rewinding. You can't rewind time. So your decision is life. You gotta live with it. I think people think, they'll do the hard choices and then let time fly and like, oh, it's all cool, time pass, so he can't be mad or upset. No, you made your choice, or what they always say, you made your bed, now lay in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. There's no beef. Like, 2019, I'm trying to squash all my beef and bad energy. I'm not trying to have that on my conscience or my soul. If you have a problem with me, we can talk it out. If you don't, that's fine. I don't hate anybody. Simple, man. Like, I have better things to do. Now, for me, I live by the 5x5 rule. If it's not going to bother me in 5 minutes, it's not going to bother me in 5 years. And that's it, man.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. 'Cause, like, I'm not trying to, like, you hearing the way I'm speaking is because I'm not trying to.
I know.
I'm not trying to burn. I'm not trying to start fires.
Yeah, I know. You're not trying to be a fireman. I get it.
I'm not trying to start fires because, like, this is not, Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to burn up things. Like, I'm speaking in a sense of, like, I feel like a lot of times that people don't realize until somebody says something.
Yeah.
Because, like even for instance, not gonna get into specifics, but like the whole party thing.
Yeah.
The whole party thing. It's like, everybody knew, everybody saw it, everybody saw how messed up the whole situation was. Right? Can't really get into it because then you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I had to finally just go and say, like, yo, I can't just sit back and just not say anything. And then from me going and saying something to the general manager, all of a sudden you saw that email that went out. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all realize there's something not right.
Even that is still bothering my soul.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's times like I save these people's lives. Like, I'm not talking about like save their lives, like literally save.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And their thanks was just ciao, bye. That's how you tell it wasn't a family environment.
And you know the problem is that it's loyalty.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that in general. It's like the problem with a lot of corporations, and I don't mean like small businesses. You ever notice that? You ever notice like in general, when you see a small business, right? Like a mom and pop startup business or whatever, or just a small, like in regards to, because we both do culinary, so in regards to restaurants, or in regards to like, you know, a small burger place or whatever, there's loyalty because the owner realizes that he needs his employees and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the friendships that he builds from like suppliers and whatnot to keep his business going.
Yeah.
Because regardless of like the suppliers know that you need the product or whatever, right? But if you start cutting people like left and right and start being rude to certain people, ain't nobody gonna want to come to your nobody's gonna want to come to your restaurant. Because if you treat people like shit, like the customers like shit, they're gonna come, right? If you treat your employees like shit, they're gonna quit. They're not gonna want to work for you, and they're gonna talk bad about you for other people that you want to hire in. So you want to keep it like, you want to keep everybody happy. So you want to do everything possible to keep your business running and keep the people happy. Regardless, like sometimes you're gonna piss off of course, like when it comes to family, you're gonna piss people off all the time. But you're doing what's best for the business and doing what's best for people to keep them, motivated to stay.
Yeah.
But the problem that I see in a lot of like corporations is that they don't care about the employees. They don't care about the employees. You like, look. One of the biggest thing I've seen in that business is that the turnover is ridiculous. The turnover in like most corporations and most big money making, restaurants is that they have there's a turnover in all the restaurants because they don't they need people for the summertime. They treat you great for the summertime, but then when it's dead season, they just start like, whatever. Go about your business. You're fired. Or they find ways of like making you leave.
Oh, 100%.
If they don't outright fire you, they find ways to make you leave. And it's like the reason why they're having so much turnover and whatever is because they don't keep, people on to show them loyalty to make them want to stay. They don't show their employees the amount of, the respect that they deserve. They don't show them that aspect of like, we appreciate you, so you'll want to stay with us. Now you see that they do like they're doing like little things to show that, but it's only really to just keep you around. Right? But it's not really that they're showing, they're showing everybody that, and it's not even just like us, people of color, but it's just like the employees in general.
Yeah.
You're not showing the employees in general like that aspect of loyalty to make you want to stay, to make you say like, you know what, I want to be here.
I still find it not funny, but amusing that they still creep on me. You know what I'm saying? For better terms, on anything I do, anything I do on any platform, they be creeping on me. I find it flattering, It's like you let me go, but you're still preying me. You know what I'm saying? It's like an
love
ex.
You and hate you all at the same time.
Yeah, it's like an ex. It's like they let you go, but it's like, damn, he's doing good without me. Should I say what's up, or should I not? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why, like I find it funny. I find it funny.
Oh yeah. I was saying they love you and hate you all at the same time, man.
Yeah.